Welcome, old soul. It's your big uncle once again talking to you. And I wanted to talk to you about something that has deeply affected me in my life. Um, the idea that you're not good enough. And basically, what I'm talking about is something that I know I've struggled with. So I'm sharing something that's um, definitely an issue with myself. And, you know, someone very important said, "You are enough." And so I want to tell you that you are enough. I know you don't want to hear that right now. I know you don't think that's true. You think you have to make a certain amount of money, you have to be dressed a certain way, you have to look a certain way, you have to be a certain way, you have to fix all of these issues and problems and things that, you know, will never be solved. You got to be taller or slimmer or faster or slicker or more charming. You think that the people around you don't like you or they see all your flaws and they're exposed. But the truth is that you are enough. You are more than enough. That there are people around you who enjoy your company for the simple fact that you are who you are. One of the things that majority the theme that runs through most of my videos is that you need to be your authentic self. I'm not even talking about being your best version of yourself. Just be yourself. If you're constantly being yourself and you're constantly living out the life as you were meant to, you will grow. You will get better just because you're perfecting who you are. Trying to be like someone else, trying to be better for someone else, that is a losing battle, my friend. So, once again, you are enough. If you are like me, an old soul who feels set apart, different from other people's kind of, not in with everyone crowd, the idea that you're enough seems strange because if you were enough, you would be like everyone else. If you were enough, you would blend in easier. You would go with the flow, right? This desire to be authentically yourself is odd. It's weird. It's not what everyone else does. But you are enough. You were placed on this earth to make a difference, to be that slight variation difference that makes the world transform into something new. But I'm honestly telling you that you are enough. I have never met a person who was not enough, who needed to do or be something other than who they were. Self improvement doesn't mean you change who you are, it means you round off the edges, right? If you have a tendency to steal, you should curtail that. But that's not who you are at your core. You are enough. If no one ever tells you that, you are enough. You are not the sum of the things that you can do. And I know there's a movement that say men are only as good as what they can accomplish, and there's some truth in that. But you are enough. There is someone out there that's going to think that you are enough. What you can accomplish, what you can do, what you have set out to do is enough. These are the things that I want you to focus on. These are the things that you need to invest your time in. You are lovable the way that you are. You are valued the way that you are. This is a very tough thing for me to accept in myself. So I know it's a tough thing for you to accept. But I'm telling you, you are enough. Whenever you feel down, whenever you feel anxiety, whenever you feel like the world's against you, you feel lonely, you feel like no one really understands you, you need to tell yourself, you are enough. You were designed by God. You were created by the universe to be exactly the way that you are. You were born in a certain family, in a certain place, at a certain time, with certain limitations that were meant to shape who you are. There's no one else in the universe like you. You are enough. The things that you have done, no one would have done it in the way that you've done it, good or bad. You are enough. One of my most favorite movies in the world is Good Will Hunting. And there's a scene where Robin Williams is talking to Matt Damon, and he's this young kid who's been physically abused, went from foster home to foster home. He is a genius who does the janitorial work for this amazing university, and hides behind and does the solves the issues for them. And when he's confronted with the idea of becoming this successful person, he hides, he runs away, he wants to kind of stay with his friends and kind of hang out. And Robin Williams, knowing the history of his abuse, about him being beaten, Robin Williams, who also in that movie was abused as a child, tells him that it's not his fault. And he pushes back and he fights. And he says, "It's not your fault." And he says it over and over until the man starts to cry. Because in his heart of hearts, he thinks it is his fault. He's the reason why he was abused. He's the reason why the stepfather did that to him, right? And the only way that he can navigate this world is to take his licks and just tell him, keep coming and be strong. In the same way, you think that you're not good enough. So you do all these things to get people to like you, to approve of you, to say, all right, if I can be an A student, or I can be the best employee, or I can be the best partner, if I can just make everyone around me happy, then I'll be enough. No, then they'll accept me even though I'm not enough. But the truth is, you are enough. True friendship doesn't need the other person to do anything for them. A true relationship, yes, it's dependent on people doing for each other, but it's not because of that. It's a byproduct of the person you've chosen who's going to do the things for you that you want. But it's not because that person has more or less resources. So, once again, I don't want to stress this enough. Replay this. Tell yourself this every day. I am enough. It's not a lie. You are enough. There's someone out there, many people actually. I can guarantee you that as lonely as you feel, there are many people out there who would be concerned for you, who is worried about you, and who enjoys your company. And for the people that don't, I don't think you've actually been yourself. You've been somebody else. You are